put your face into cold water, just your face, it immediately calms down your nervous system and actually activates the vagus nerve.
Yeah, right. Signals your hypothalamus to downregulate the stress, I guess.
Right.
Lower heart rate. Yeah, interesting. Some operators, some units you have to be a master of two different forms of downregulate. One of them being mental, the other one being physical, which I found fascinating. I know a couple of guys was their go-to was knitting after combat situations, was to come down from the adrenaline spike. They'd be on the Helo on the exfil, covered in blood, just haven't been in a fucking gunfight,
Right.
and they'd be knitting away. They'd be knitting a beanie or knitting a scarf.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever have to do anything like that at all?
Not a lot of guys did that. I mean, I know a lot of the guys did, obviously going out there and exercising or doing things like that. The amount of guys that, would immediately just go from, where they would basically, we'd go literally right off of an op, just running out there doing whatever we were doing. And then guys would come back and would go for a run. Or just get out of a gunfight, just be on the X, in a huge gunfight or something like that. And then guys would be like, oh, I'm just gonna come back and go pump some weights, or I'm gonna go for a run, or I'm gonna go do this, or I'm gonna go do that. And a lot of people found a little bit of an escape by doing that.
Yeah, right. To squeeze those adrenals under a safe environment to then be able to downregulate the nervous system.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. It reminds me of boys talked about being in Iraq. The insurgents used to use these small needles filled with adrenaline, and they'd take a smash of that, and they would be, all dropping all 30 rounds from an AK as quickly as possible with it, just sticking it up over the top of the embankment. But all 20 of them have taken a shot of adrenaline, and they were so courageous. You could put 3 bullets in them, and they're still coming.
Mm-hmm.
So the ploy became to actually just wait, just one round within 1 second, within 1 meter to keep them down. But after 45 minutes, things would go quiet. And then over an hour, then they'd get up and move on the position tactically, and they'd find them all asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Because the adrenaline dump was so fierce and so ferocious, it milked the system. It squeezed the adrenals what happens after that? You're exhausted. Did you find that too after ops, how hard you would sleep if you had a chance to downregulate, or was it a no sleep thing for you?
No, I used to actually sleep really well, like after ops and everything like that. I didn't fall asleep directly on there, but yeah, dude, it was like, I always remembered it was like the weirdest thing. I would literally be on the Helo coming back, not even out of danger yet. You're still literally out, you're still literally transitioning and flying, and guys are taking naps on the plane, because they're up that thing. I mean, you can just tell it's such a thing. They're like, well, what the fuck am I on the Helo? Like, either we're going to land and I'm going to get off and do something, or we're going to get shot down. Like, what am I going to do?
Yeah. It reminds you of